Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily English Lab podcast. Do you ever get that feeling you're supposed to be studying English for hours every day, but you just can't find the time or the motivation? It's that constant, nagging guilt, isn't it? The textbooks are on your shelf, the apps are on your phone, but the thought of a 2-hour study session after a long day, it feels completely overwhelming. So you put it off. You tell yourself, I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week, and next week turns into next month. And that dream of fluency feels like it's just slipping further and further away. What if I told you that unlocking English fluency isn't about those long, grueling study sessions at all? What if the key isn't finding more time, but using a little bit of time way more intelligently? It's all about a simple, powerful 15-minute habit you can start today. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what that habit is and how it can make learning English feel almost effortless. This isn't a magic trick, it's a system. A system that has helped thousands of learners break through the frustration and finally start seeing real progress. Stick with me because this could be the most important 15 minutes you ever invest in your English. Before we get into the what, let's talk about the why. Why is a short, daily habit so much more effective than cramming once a week? The language learning world is obsessed with this myth of intensity. The idea that to succeed, you have to lock yourself in a room with a grammar book for hours. But our brains just don't work that way. Think of it like going to the gym. If you've never worked out, would you try to lift the heaviest weights for 3 hours straight? Of course not. You'd hurt yourself, you'd be exhausted, and you would never, ever want to go back. Learning a language is the exact same thing. It's a mental muscle. Those marathon study sessions just lead to burnout and a feeling of failure when you can't keep them up. And motivation? It's a finite resource. It comes and goes. Relying on it to power you through hours of study is a losing game. The secret isn't intensity, it's consistency. And the key to consistency is a habit so small, so manageable, that it feels too easy not to do. That's the power of 15 minutes. It's not intimidating. You can always find 15 minutes. During your morning coffee, on your commute, right before bed. And here's the beautiful math. 15 minutes a day adds up to over 90 hours of focused practice in a year. That is more than enough to completely transform your English. The goal here is to build momentum. Picture a small snowball at the top of a huge hill. The hardest part is just getting it rolling. But once it starts, it picks up more snow, gets bigger, and moves faster, all on its own. That's what this 15-minute habit does. Each day you do it, you're giving that snowball a little push. You're building a chain of small wins that creates a positive feedback loop. You do it, you feel good, you see a tiny bit of progress, and you actually want to do it again tomorrow. This is how we build a system that runs on autopilot, not just on random bursts of motivation. Today, I'm breaking this habit down into 3 simple pillars. Each one takes just 5 minutes. And these aren't random activities. They're a carefully designed system to target the most crucial skills for fluency: listening, speaking, and remembering. Ready to build the habit that changes everything? Let's start with pillar number 1. The foundation of speaking a language well is listening well. But there's a huge difference between just hearing English and actively listening to it. Passive listening is having a podcast on in the background while you cook. It's not bad, but it's not focused practice. It's just noise. Active listening, on the other hand, is a focused, conscious effort to understand what you're hearing. It's like switching from having a movie on in the background to sitting down in a theater, turning off your phone, and completely immersing yourself in the story. For these 5 minutes, your only job is to become a language detective. So, what does this actually look like? Here's your 5-minute active listening workout. Step 1. Choose your content. The most important rule here, pick something you actually find interesting. If you're bored, your brain checks out. This could be anything. A short clip from a TED Talk, a scene from your favorite TV show on YouTube, a bit from a podcast for English learners, the lyrics to a song you have on repeat, or a short news report from the BBC or NPR. The key is that it's short, engaging, and ideally has a transcript or subtitles. Don't overthink it. Just pick something and press play. Step 2. The first listen. Get the gist. For the first minute, just listen. Don't try to catch every word. Don't panic. Your only goal is to answer one question. What's the main idea here? Are they telling a story, explaining something? Just get a feel for the landscape. Step 3. The second listen. The active hunt. 3 minutes. This is where the magic happens. Listen to the same audio again, but this time you're on a mission. You're hunting for treasure. Pick one of these missions each day. The vocabulary hunt. Your mission is to find one new word or phrase that sounds useful. Just one. When you hear it, pause, write it down, look it up, say it out loud. The goal isn't to learn 10 words, it's to deeply learn one. The sentence lift. Your mission is to find one sentence you think is powerful or useful. Maybe it's a great way to express an opinion. Pause the audio. Write down the entire sentence. This is your sentence of the day. The pronunciation copy. Your mission is to find one short phrase and try to say it exactly like the speaker. Think of it as many shadowing. Listen, pause, and repeat. Try to copy the melody, the rhythm, the stress. Listen, repeat. Listen, repeat. Step 4. The final capture. 30 seconds. In the last 30 seconds, just look at the one word or one sentence you captured. Read it aloud one more time. That's it. 5 minutes up. You've completed the first pillar. Let's say you chose a clip about space. Minute 1, gist. You listen and realize, okay, they're talking about the problems of sending people to Mars. Minutes 2 through 4, hunt. You do a sentence lift. You hear the speaker say, the psychological toll on the astronauts is a significant hurdle to overcome. Pause. That sounds smart. You write it down. The psychological toll on the astronauts is a significant hurdle to overcome. You quickly look up toll and hurdle to see what they mean here. Minute 5, capture. You look at your sentence of the day in your notebook and read it aloud. Mission complete. You didn't try to understand a whole documentary. You did one focused task, and you have something real to show for it. This is so much more powerful than hours of passive listening. Now, let's take what you found and move to the second most feared pillar. All right, this is the one that scares most people. That fear of making mistakes, of sounding dumb, of searching for words. It's paralyzing. But what if you could practice speaking every single day with zero pressure and zero judgment? That's what this 5-minute pillar is for. The only rule: you have to do it alone. This is your private lab for turning what's in your head into words that actually come out of your mouth. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is just to get your mouth moving and build the connection between your brain and your voice. Here are a few ways to do it. Just pick one and start talking. Technique 1. The narrator method. This one's probably the easiest way to start. Just look around you and describe what you see, out loud, for 5 minutes. Don't just name things, describe them. For example, if you're in your kitchen. Okay, I'm standing in my kitchen. I see my coffee machine. It's black and silver. I'm going to make some coffee. I'm getting a mug from the cupboard. It's a white mug. Now I'm putting the mug under the machine and pressing the button. I can hear it making a loud noise. The coffee is coming out. It smells really good. And you just keep going for 5 minutes. You'll be amazed at how quickly you find the gaps in your vocabulary. Maybe you don't know the word for cupboard or steam. Great, make a note. You're discovering exactly what you need to learn. Technique 2. The think aloud method. This takes the narrator method one step further. Instead of describing what you see, you describe what you're thinking. Just say your internal monologue out loud. For example, all right, so after this, I need to go to the grocery store. What do I need? Definitely milk and bread. I should probably get some vegetables, maybe carrots and broccoli. I wonder if I should make pasta tonight. Yeah, I think so. So I'll need tomatoes and garlic. I really hope the store isn't too busy. This is an incredible way to practice forming sentences naturally, just like we do in our native language to organize our thoughts. Technique 3. The question and answer drill. Be your own interviewer. Ask yourself questions and then answer them out loud. Start simple, then get more complex. What did you do yesterday? Well, yesterday I went to work. After work, I met up with a friend for dinner. What's your favorite movie and why? My favorite movie is probably Inception. I just love it because the story is so original and it really makes you think. What are your goals for the next year? My main goal is definitely to get better at English. I also really want to travel somewhere new. This is fantastic for practicing different tenses and structuring your thoughts into clear answers. Technique 4. The story retelling method. This one connects directly back to the first pillar. Take that sentence of the day you found. Your mission is to explain what it means or retell the story around it. So, I just learned about the problems with going to Mars. It's not just about the technology. It's really hard on the astronauts' minds. The speaker called it a psychological toll. That means it's mentally tiring. This is a big problem, a hurdle that they have to overcome or solve. I think that's a really interesting point. So, you have the first two pillars, active listening and active speaking. But now you need a way to make sure you actually stick with it. It's easy to feel motivated right after watching a video like this, but the real test is day 4 or day 10 when life gets in the way. To help you, I've created a free downloadable 15-minute habit tracker. This isn't just a calendar. It's a tool designed for this system. It has a daily checklist for all 3 pillars, a spot to write your sentence of the day, and a way to track your streak. Honestly, seeing your progress visually is one of the best motivators there is. When you see that chain of checked boxes, you won't want to break it. The tracker makes it easy to stick with the plan. The link to download your free habit tracker is right at the top of the description below. Go grab it and then come right back, because we need to talk about the third and final pillar that locks in your learning for good. You've listened, you've spoken. Now it's time to make it stick. Ever heard of the forgetting curve? It's a concept that shows how ridiculously fast we forget new information if we don't try to remember it. You can forget up to 80% of what you learn within 24 hours. This final 5-minute pillar is your weapon against the forgetting curve. It's how you move new English from your short-term memory into your long-term memory. This isn't about restudying. It's a quick, focused review. The core idea is a technique called a spaced repetition system, or SRS. It's one of the most efficient ways to memorize anything. The idea is simple. Instead of reviewing something 10 times in one day, you review it at longer and longer intervals. Today, in a few days, in a week, in a month. The system shows you a piece of information right before you're about to forget it, which makes the memory stronger each time. You can use apps like Anki or Quizlet for this, but honestly, old-school index cards work just as well. Here's the process. Step 1. Create your daily flashcard. 1 minute. Take the sentence of the day you captured and talked about. This is your golden nugget. You're going to make just one flashcard for it. On the front, write the full sentence but leave a blank for the new word. For our example, the psychological blank on the astronauts is a significant hurdle to overcome. On the back, write the missing word, toll, and a quick definition or even a translation in your native language. Why the full sentence? Because context is everything. Learning single words is inefficient. When you learn them in a sentence, you learn grammar and usage at the same time. Step 2. Review your deck. 4 minutes. For the next 4 minutes, review your stack of flashcards. This includes the new one you just made and all the ones from previous days. Look at the front. Try to remember the missing word. Say the full sentence out loud. Then flip it to check. If you got it right easily, put that card at the back of the pile. With a real SRS, you'd see it in a few days. If you struggled or got it wrong, that's great. It just means your brain needs a bit more practice with this one. Look at the answer, say the sentence out loud again, and put it back near the front of the pile to see again tomorrow. That's it. 5 minutes. You make one new card and review the old ones. This process of forcing your brain to retrieve information, called active recall, is what builds strong, lasting memories. This is the glue that holds the whole system together. It creates a perfect loop. 1. You listen and find real English. 2. You speak about it to make it your own. 3. You review it so you never forget it. Each pillar feeds the next. You're building your own personalized curriculum based on the English you actually find interesting and useful. Okay, having a system is one thing. Sticking to it is another. Let's talk about the two biggest things that will try to stop you. Roadblock 1. What if I miss a day? This is the number one reason people give up. They have a perfect streak for a week, miss one day, and think, well, I failed. Might as well stop. This all-or-nothing thinking is the enemy of progress. So here is the most important rule of this entire system. Never miss twice. Missing one day is an accident. Life happens. You get sick, there's an emergency, you're just exhausted. It's fine. Forgive yourself. But missing 2 days in a row, that's the start of a new bad habit. Your only goal is to not let one missed day become 2. If you miss Tuesday, just promise yourself you'll show up on Wednesday, even if it's a lazy, half-hearted version. Just doing it reinforces your identity as someone who learns English every day. Roadblock 2. How do I stay motivated if I don't see results? Fluency doesn't happen overnight. There will be weeks where you feel like you're stuck on a plateau. It's a natural part of learning. If you rely on the feeling of progress to stay motivated, you're going to quit. Instead, you have to trust the process. Here's how. 1. Focus on the process, not the prize. Your goal for today isn't become fluent. Your goal for today is complete your 15 minutes. That's it. That's 100% in your control. Fluency is just what happens after thousands of completed days. So celebrate showing up. Feel proud that you kept the promise to yourself. That small win is the motivation. 2. Make it fun. The easiest way to stay consistent is to actually enjoy it, which is why picking interesting content is so important. Love cooking? Watch clips from cooking shows. Love video games? Listen to game reviews. Care about climate change? Find a podcast on it. When your learning is tied to your passions, it stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like a treat. Your curiosity will pull you along even when motivation is low. Remember, you're not just learning a language, you're building an identity. Every time you finish your 15 minutes, you're casting a vote for, I am an English speaker. You're becoming the kind of person who shows up and gets results. So, there you have it. The secret's out. The key to fluency isn't about finding more hours in the day or having superhuman motivation. It's about a simple, sustainable 15-minute habit. Let's recap one last time. Pillar 1, 5 minutes of active listening. Hunt for one golden sentence. Pillar 2, 5 minutes of active speaking. Talk about that idea out loud, by yourself. Pillar 3, 5 minutes of active review. Use flashcards to make sure you never forget it. That's the system. Consistency beats detensity every time. 15 minutes a day is so much more powerful than 2 hours on a Saturday. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. You don't even need to feel motivated. You just need to start. The journey to fluency is a marathon, but it's run in a series of very short sprints. Your sprint starts now. I honestly believe this system can change your relationship with English. But a system only works if you commit. So, I want you to make a public commitment right now. Go to the comments and write, I'm starting my 15-minute habit today. By writing it down, you're making a promise to yourself and joining a whole community of people on the same path. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more ways to learn smarter, not harder. Thanks for spending your time with me today. Now, go start your first 15 minutes.